Hi everyone, Woods of Odin here. I wanted to make my little 420 video. 420, while it is a day I'm sure many people will simply hang out and smoke pot, it's also a day of activism, and I oppose all drug prohibitions, but especially prohibition of marijuana. And so consider this video my bit of activism. So, when I was in high school, I had extraordinary lower back pain every month due to my menstrual cycle. And I took a lot of pain medication as far as conventional legal medication, and I ended up taking a lot more than was recommended, and which obviously wasn't healthy. And so I eventually, after I did try pot, I realized pot worked really well for it. So instead I smoked pot, which you can't overdose on. Now fortunately, either one, all the new age stuff, all the energy healing and stuff that I tried, such as Reiki and visualizations and every manner of thing in that vein. I mean, everything short of ionic foot baths. Everything short of the obvious cons, but yeah. Fortunately, either one, that stuff worked, or two, my hormones changed, so now the lower back pain is just a very, very dull ache, and I don't need to take anything for it. My point is, um, I smoked pot, and it worked, and there is no risk of overdosing with marijuana provided you are only taking marijuana. Now, if you mix it with other stuff, that's a different story, and I'm not going to speak to the specific situation of individuals. I mean, there may be people who have very bad reactions to marijuana, or shouldn't ingest it at all because of another drug that they're taking or something. I'm not, in fact, I'm not even telling people to take marijuana or anything. Heck, by the way, it's safer to eat it than it is to smoke it. And marijuana smoke is safer than that from cigarettes. Now, I've never smoked just straight on tobacco, um, and I don't know how safe or unsafe just straight tobacco is, but cigarettes are full of carcinogens, and marijuana is safer. And marijuana is not physically addictive, unlike certain things that are legal, like alcohol and cigarettes. Now, if I sit here and argue against prohibition, I will run on for 10 minutes. But that's my little story of how marijuana was a good thing for me and basically allowed me to alleviate pain with a lot less risk. Now, I won't show any drug paraphernalia. I don't even have any drugs. It's been a long time since I've actually smoked. However, um, I did want to, make this video in the spirit of individualism and personal freedom, and not locking people in jail for doing something perfectly harmless. Now, I'm sure you'll see a lot of better videos involving the history of the drug war and how prohibition of anything hands it over to the criminal element, and then allows the criminal element to prosper and puts them in bed with the politicians while screwing over the rest of us, things like that. But look, prohibition doesn't work. As evidence, I cite alcohol prohibition and look at the ridiculous crime that generated, and we could eliminate a lot of crime if we eliminated prohibition of all drugs, but especially marijuana. Um, so in conclusion, prohibition sucks. Marijuana is not entirely bad. Also, you can use hemp. Now, granted, this is, hemp itself is legal, but you can use hemp for, paper and necklaces and clothing. It's very versatile material, but it has been demonized. Um, so don't believe the propaganda. It's all lies. Well, maybe not all of it, but most of the propaganda you hear is lies. Um, and yeah, they lie to you in school. And like I said, I'm not going to tell people to take drugs of any kind. Just like I'm not going to tell people to, not to take drugs. I mean, shit, I'll tell you straight out. I did not like acid. I had it one time. I didn't even have a bad trip. I just didn't like it. But I, we all have different experiences, and we all have different health issues. We all have different needs and wants and everything. So don't believe the hype. Fuck the government. Fuck the state. Fuck authoritarians. Fuck organized religion. Happy 420.